guys, Brian Carper here with another tip of the week. This week I want to talk about one of my favorite lures in the summertime. It's June now, and we just came off of a great second place finish in a tournament using a lure and a pattern that is the most productive for me this time of year, and one of the most exciting lures to fish. A lot of people like to throw plastic worms, big worms. I have a specific worm I like to use, and that is they're called Baby Hueys. Here's the package. Baby Hueys come in a couple different lengths, really long. This one right here is real long. It's about I think this is the 10-inch, and I like this bait for many reasons. For one, it's really simple. It just has a paddle tail on the bottom. But most importantly, I like this bait because it has on the top, it has 4 links. And a lot of times when I'm fishing ledges or humps in the summertime, I'll use a Texas rig style pattern and a number 5 hook. I really like to use, this one is not, but I really like to use a number 5 straight shank hook without the curve, so the hook is further down the worm. Your hook sets will be, will increase a little more, but I don't have any trouble with the wide gap as long as it's not one of the super wide gaps. I seem to miss strikes that way. But back to the worm, when I'm fishing this worm, 10 inches, 12 inches, sometimes I'll find that I'm getting strikes and the fish are picking up the bait and they're carrying it off, and I set the hook, and then I either don't get the fish or half of my worm is gone. And what I'm finding is that some of the fish are small and they don't eat the whole worm, or they don't get down where the hook is. But I do feel like a lot of times I've got a worm on too big. Maybe they're looking for a smaller bait. Maybe they're not inhaling the bait as much as I'd like. So when I set the hook, I miss them. But I like this bait because the 4 links up here is really good soft plastic, really tough. And if I'm missing strikes, I would take the middle of a link here and I'll just cut it. For me, I always twist it. I'll just twist it right at the link and I'll take that off. And now I've got a 9-inch lure. If I keep throwing this and I miss them, and they're still liking it and wanting it, and I'm catching good fish on it but missing some, then I'll take off another link and make it an 8-inch. So it gives me the the option of changing the size at any time without having to change my favorite worm for the summer, one that I have a lot of confidence in, which is probably the most important when you're fishing for fun or a tournament. So I recommend, and I really promote the Baby Hueys. They're not even a sponsor of mine. I should possibly, because I love them, but nevertheless, I just like to reveal what works for me that will hopefully work for you. And Baby Huey is one of those lures. So pick you up some. Like I said, if you're missing strikes, change the size. It's definitely a fish catching machine. So have confidence in them, and as you do catch fish, you'll start building your own confidence. But that is Brian Carper's tip of the week, and I hope you learned something, and we'll see you next week.